just teaching our kids the importance of different landmarks and how it all eventually descends to why it's important to us as a human being, and it's our identity. It's who we are, to acknowledge the whenua and acknowledge the people and acknowledge our atua. And when you get to teach that, and when the kids grow up in that, it's just a beautiful thing.
It is.
And for me personally, it's helped me be strong in who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Growing up with that.
Yeah. And also now role modelling it for other children, because you were probably one of the first cohorts of total immersion preschool, which we call whanaungatanga, to go through, and then you managed to also, I think by the time you got to high school, they actually had bilingual unit at the high school, didn't they?
Yeah, they just started that Te Whanau Te Kapano. So we're still a part of the mainstream school. But
hang on a minute, you're Māori, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, this is New Zealand.
Oh, yes.
Aren't you the mainstream?
Yeah, sorry. Well, within the school, we were all Māori were able to meet for 20 minutes each day, come together and just kōrero and do that whakawhanaungatanga and waiata and that kind of stuff.
It's so strengthening, eh? That's why when I'm here, I come down and try to do the waiata, even though I can't hear enough to sing well, because it actually, the moment you sing the waiata, you are connecting to all the people that have sung with you before, or I can see all the old people that are gone. I can hear them singing it, and I can remember singing it here when this was land before this building came here, and that it's that whole building of families and communities, but keeping that strength of the Te Ao Māori, the world of Māori.
And it's beautiful, eh? That unity. I that's what I found too, coming back here, because going through the education system as a Māori, we karakia, we meet all together every morning and do our karakia waiata session. And to come, when I started working here, it was to get that again. That just warmed me.
Yeah.
It's very important. It's powerful.
So, that's interesting, because I was a lecturer while you were a student. So did you guys used to catch up and do karakia and stuff?
Yeah, from Kohanga Reo, primary school. Not so much at intermediate, but that's when they just started bringing on the Māori class. Yeah. And then college, we would do it at interval, because we had our form classes we had to go to, but when we could meet,
What about when you got to university? Would you?
No, our te reo class would begin.
Oh, you did do it there.
And himene and whakawhanaungatanga. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, at least it happened somewhere.
Yeah. It's most places I think are starting to take on board. Yeah. Those things.
Yeah. It is awesome to see, and it just may it grow and grow in strength, I guess. Yeah.
Kapaka,
Well, the reason I wanted to ask you is because it's it just struck me. I know you haven't worked directly with children as part of your mahi, but I watch you with our extended whānau, extended family, working with those children in it, and I was like, well, that's interesting. I can understand why, but it'd be really cool to actually explain that to other people. But since we're sitting here talking, do you want to just tell people about where we're sitting and what you do here?
Oh, cool. Okay. My job title here is an iwi support worker, which is I work in mental health as a support worker. So we support enough whānau who are struggling with their mental health diagnoses, and we work together under a kaupapa Māori framework to try and give them their mana, their rangatiratanga back, to try and help them to see their potential to be able to overcome any kind of barriers that are holding them back from living. Yeah.
I know it's really hard because each Māori word is a philosophy rather than a translatable word into English, but when you're thinking about their mana, how would you, if you were talking about restoring their mana to a person that doesn't speak Māori, how would you explain what mana is?
Mana is someone's.
It's a hard one. Yeah, because it is a philosophy.
So everybody has mana. I think, from what I've learned, mana is given to us from God, mana is given to us from people, and mana is embedded in us when we were born.
Yeah.
It's like prestige.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Because as the children of the tribe, you are our most important creations.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get any more prestigious than that. And when you're not well and you're not feeling like you're the most important, person in our tribe, which all of our people are the most important, of course. It's how do we
that mana
restore?
is So because as you grow up, I think I don't know, that's a hard one. But when our mana is distorted or broken, then that's when the struggles are present and
Totally. So Pahenere
there's so many.
Pahenere Tate talks about it's the relationship between the whenua, the lands, as you said, and the tangata, the people, as you said, and the gods, as you said. And so if that relationship is in balance for you as a person, then your mana is in balance, and that you are imbued with mana because of your taking responsibility for your relationships to tangata, other people, to whenua, to your lands, and responsibility to your atua, to your gods. And if you are being and acting responsibly and you are balanced in that, then
your mana will be restored.
Your mana is there.
Is right. And it's
balance.
so important, and that's what I love. That's why I love this type of work, because when you get to see people achieve the things that they have set for themselves, they gain their mana back, and I don't think any amount of money can buy that when you have a part to play in that, and it's quite amazing mahi.
It is, and I didn't mean to put you on the spot by asking you to explain it, because you are a person who does that naturally. You restore mana as a natural, it's practice, so it's not you understand it and you do it. It's not something you would ordinarily have to explain.
Being brought up as Māori, I think that's why I'm fortunate, because as you said, it just is. Aroha, tika and pono are just natural concepts that have been imbued since I was a child.
Yeah, tika, the right way of doing things, pono with integrity, miti aroha, with compassion.
With compassion, and those three things, if you go and live your life like that, you'll be able to restore yourself.
And you take those three and you apply them to tangata, to people, to whenua, to your responsibilities and engagement and relationship with the land and with your gods. And exactly. So that's kind of the philosophy behind the kaupapa Māori practices.
Of Te Puna Hauora. Of kaupapa Māori,
and of kaupapa Māori, And what about, so you said also restoring their rangatiratanga.
So it's giving them their rangatiratanga, which is like, how would you describe it? Their self-determination.
Perfect. That's how I describe it as well.
So I work with whānau and try and tease out their passions, their hobbies, their interests, and what they enjoy, and getting all that good stuff. So they feel like, yes, they are just as valid and just as important as any other person, and they should feel that way, so that they can feel that they have their own self-determination to go and determine whatever it is they aspire to do.
Exactly. If you don't have the hope and the aspiration of what's coming next,
Exactly.
who am I becoming? How am I becoming? Who am I becoming? And all that stuff, totally. So much easier to say it in Māori, right? So, I'm going to say it in English, it's like
independence, was that another word for rangatiratanga?
Totally, absolutely.
That's one of the main keys, which I find challenging in this type of work, is trying giving so much, but that ultimate result, you want them to be independent and to be able to use those skills without that extra support. That's exactly right, and it is really challenging, because at the end of the day, every person is unique, and we are unique, and we're working with unique people, and somewhere in the middle we
we need to kind of meet and form a relationship that's beneficial to both. In a way that is tika pono me te aroha.
Yeah. And that's the difference, I think, with kaupapa Māori and the way we can work with whānau, where all those barriers are dropped because we work from that angle. Whereas we don't work from I'm a professional and I know best.
We work
from, whānau have the rangatiratanga to develop their own plan. They have the mana to do whatever it is they want to do, and we're just there to help support them to develop that plan further.
Totally. All health and social services are there to support the family's own plan. Yeah, totally agree. I'm just looking at our kaumata and kuia on the wall there who have facilitated so many whānau before they've departed from us. It's really lovely. I'm going to take the camera over so you can visit it since I've said it. Shall we take them for a wander? Yeah. Oh, and try not to shake you too much. So see, here's some of our kaumata and our kuia and our staff who've done exactly what you've just been talking about. I'm just going to show them matua Teddy up here because I can tell you a funny story about matua Teddy and Matariki, actually. Yeah, let's go back over here. I'm just taking you past the tuku. Hey? Okay, that's all good. There's the tuku. Yes, so Matua Teddy was said to me, "Oh dear, I've been asked by these young ones, they want me to come to their Matariki celebration and as a kaumata." I said, "Oh aye, this is years ago." And he said to me, "Dear, Matariki is when we, it's about planting the peru, it's about planting the potatoes." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "So are they asking me to come plant potatoes?" And I said, "No, it's because all the Chinese kids have arrived and they have Chinese New Year. So all the Māori kids were going, well, we want a Māori New Year, when's our Māori New Year?" And their nannies were going, "Oh, yeah, Matariki, that's our celebration, go away." So now they want speeches and fireworks. And he went, "Oh, lovely dear, I'd love to go and do that. Isn't that wonderful?" And I just thought, thank goodness it was Matua Teddy, because I know a few kaumata who would have gone, "Oh, don't be stupid. They get them a spade and get them to plant some peru, for goodness sakes."
Oh, that's a good one.
Isn't it a good one? Yeah. Thank you, darling. That was just awesome.